Hey there, the moon is in Leo today, and we're continuing our three-part series about healthy self-expression. And today, looking at the difference between the ego and our authentic truth and how we express that. And so we are on day 3 now of having the moon in Leo, and I've been talking about this as we've gone through this sort of potent Leo moon time because of having both Venus and Mars in Leo, and the moon, as it left Capricorn and entered Leo, formed that opposition to Pluto a couple of days ago. So that's where we're at. I am Marina Ormes, here with your Astro vibe for Thursday, June 22nd. And have you been noticing any egos in your in your world, either your own or someone else's? How the energy of the ego could be showing up in ways that really need that attention, that crave that ability to be the center of attention, to have some drama, to stir things up so that the story can be focused on whoever is at the center of the drama. And then what is your relationship to the drama? Noticing yourself, right? What is your ego wanting? What is your ego needing or noticing? And then, if you can notice the difference between your ego and what your ego wants, which is going to be more superficial, more protective, more sort of deflecting bigger or deeper places of power and truth, because the ego wants to save face, right? The ego doesn't want to look vulnerable. The ego wants everything to be good and on the surface, but your authentic self is needing that deeper truth, is needing to unfold as your true self, which is really, it's the reason you're here. It's the reason you're in this life. And to connect with that deeper truth, to listen to it, to take action from it, to find your courage through it, to participate in healing, a healing process that is not different from a manifestation process. And that healing process is what we do throughout our lives if we are willing to align with the opportunities that show up. So again, we all have protective mechanisms. That's not a bad thing or a wrong thing. It's just about noticing, hey, maybe I do this thing that is not in my best interest in terms of my authentic truth, but it makes me feel safe. And a lot of that has to do with our thinking and the way that we formulate beliefs and ideas and ways of thinking about things, which includes judgments, ways that we might judge ourselves or others. And because we're in this Gemini moon cycle that began with the Gemini new moon on June 17th, by the way, go watch that video if you missed it, because great video about the Gemini new moon and what we're working on this moon cycle, the themes and qualities that we are working through in the bigger picture. And with this Leo moon, we may be noticing some of the ways that our ego is trying to protect us through our thinking. So Gemini is about thinking, the mind, problem solving, questions and curiosity and learning. And with this moon in Leo, what do you need to say? What is the story you need to tell? How do you need to convey your truth, convey what is important to you, say what you need to say to someone else, show up in a way that's true to yourself. So we kind of been talking about that for the last few days, but looking at, and yesterday I shared some important key ideas about how power and creativity go together. So I highly recommend yesterday's video if you missed it. And then today, of course, we are continuing this self-expression theme with the moon in Leo. And so the ways that we notice our ego showing up to protect us, and again, with thoughts that might be things like the judgments we have about ourselves. You know, how are you protecting yourself by preemptively getting down on yourself before someone else can judge you? So, you know, it's like that old pattern of if I'm hard on myself, if I make myself wrong or bad first, then no one can do that to me. Or it makes, you know, it's a way of protecting ourselves with our ego, because what we're protecting ourselves from is that pain of feeling like we're bad or wrong. And really, there is nothing bad or wrong about us. It is the world that has a problem with judgment, because we are all worthy to be here. If each of us doesn't have something unique and beautiful and valuable to share, to offer, to contribute, either based on our experiences, based on our unique perspective, based on the healing work we've done, based on who we are, then, you know, then there's really no point in life. And that's what astrology shows us, is that all of us are made up of the same energetic qualities. We all have all of the planets in our charts. We have the sun, which is about how we shine in the world, our persona, our personality, being seen. We have the moon, which is about our inner world, how we feel, what we need, our inner child, and how our inner child has needs. All the planets, I won't go through all of them right now, but you get the idea. Each planet brings a different component of who we are. And every single person on the planet, even if you don't know your birth time, you still have a chart. It's there, it's in you. You just don't have the, you know, the symbols to look at, but you can feel them. They vibe in you. They are the essence of who you are. And so, in other words, the astrology is just like one of the best equalizers, because it helps us recognize that we all have these things, we all have these challenges, we all have these you know, strengths and different perspectives and different things that we're working on. And so we are, by definition, in my mind, we are all equally worthy. And it's just how we choose to love and support ourselves in that process, because when we can love and believe in and trust ourselves, we can trust our truth and be more powerful through embracing a real creative process that I defined a couple of days ago in my video about birth. And letting go, right? And trusting the process. So check that out. And your ego may be showing up. You might notice the egos of other people showing up and needing attention. And you can sit there and go, yep, that's how that works. You don't have to judge it, right? And then you can maybe you need to take a step back. Maybe you need to have a little patience. Maybe you need to go vent about what's happening, or write it out. Journaling is a great way to process things, especially this month with the Gemini new moon. So, okay, there you go. I just kind of went off on on some different ideas today, but thanks for being here and thanks for listening. And I'm so glad that you are paying attention to yourself and what you need and setting intentions to work with the moon cycle. We're in that waxing part of the moon cycle where we're building and growing and exploring and experimenting as we work toward that full moon. So thanks for being here. I will be back tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Bye for now.